Alright guys, it's Dokkan time again, and it looks like GOTENKS, several GOTENKS, are getting an EZA. I'm kind of excited because I've been doing Week of Super Saiyan 3, and I've been kind of like looking at this unit and man, I wish this guy would get an EZA, and what do you know, lo and behold, he's got an EZA coming. So it looks like he could be very good. I'm not going to hold my breath too hard. Maybe he'll have some dodge. Maybe he'll have some additional. Probably will have additional. I'm kind of hoping he'll have something primarily focused. I want to be able to throw his hidden potential into one or two spaces. So I hope his kit has something that I can lean on. So I don't have to fill one part of his hidden potential. This GOTENKS is cool. I like this GOTENKS. I've used them for several things, like with Super Battle Road. Based on the digits that I'm seeing here, I don't think he's going to be that great. We'll look at everything that we have in there. Let's look at the defense calculations first and foremost. We'll look at GOTENKS first here, compliments of Halvard. Yeah, that's not good enough. 700k defense? That's poopy. That's poopy. Even if this unit has like 70 to 80% chance to dodge, with double, triple supering, yeah, no, that's just not good enough, man. He's still in the same exact place that he was before. He's an AoE unit, and that's it. He's just an AoE unit to use him for a gimmick. Let's go ahead and look at GOTENKS. Let's look at his defense stats on base. Base form, I'm not too worried about. He'll be in it for literally the first turn. 500k defense, turn 1. Okay. After 1 super. 2 supers, he'll have 7. And if he triples magically from his hidden potential, he'll be at 900k. And if he has support, he'll be able to hit 1 million. That's pretty decent. I don't think you'll hit more than 2 supers though. 3 if you have like literally 30 additional, perhaps, but I still don't think you would. I don't think you'll be hitting 3 supers regularly. I think 1 or 2 is probably a given. Let's look at his Super Saiyan state right now. Once he goes Super Saiyan, he seems to get a little weaker on start of turn, but if he has the super attack. Oh, he has stacking. He has stacking in his defense. Nice. Okay. 3 super attack effects stacks. He'll be double super, 3... okay. 1 million defense and climbing. So if you get super lucky and get multitudes of additional... If you always get an additional every turn, this would be 4 stacks, and this will probably be roughly into the 1 mil, 1.2 range, if not a little higher, depending on your support, off-turn support. He could look very good even in Super Saiyan state. I don't remember, but I think it takes a while for him to get to Super Saiyan 3, but the good news is we have content now that's actually pushing us towards longer fights. So, 3 super attack effects, 40% support, max of 1.3 possible defense. Post-super with support, he can hit about 1 million. It's very good. He's not taking a super. No, he's not taking no super attack. You will die still on super unless he has guard or damage reduction. But he's still very good. Let's see what he's got. Let's go look at his kits and base his defense off a couple things. So Minato has done the translations for these. Some of these could be off. He's not always perfect. Nobody is. But I appreciate that he has translations, especially when Goresh doesn't do them. Let's look at the AGL GOTENKS first. So he has time limit category, key plus 130%. He greatly raises defense and then 50% chance to stun. Attack and defense 150, additional attack and defense 150. Performs a crit when facing 1 enemy? Okay. Defense 150 and launches an additional super attack when facing 2 or more enemies. Time limit category allies, key plus 3, 50%. Attack and chance to evade enemies' attacks, including super attack, plus 10% up to 50 with each attack performed. That fascinates me. You know what? He might not be too bad. He has like no defense. I mean, he'll be a dodge or die. But I mean, I don't think I'll be using him outside. Yeah, no, I still think he's the same because his kit contradicts what you want to use him for. So in my brain, I want to use this guy for World Tournament. I want to use him for Super Battle Road, Extreme Super Battle Road, any content that has multitudes of enemies. And when it comes to AoEing, and usually all of these gimmicky kind of events that want you to AoE and hit everything, you want crit. He's contradicting his build with having auto crits versus one enemy, which is just not fun to me. The chance to evade, I mean, if I get enough copies to make a second copy, a second rainbow version of this Gotenks, I'll do it and make one more viable for content. But I think, yeah, he's okay. I don't think he's gonna. Nobody's gonna be using him on anything else. He's not gonna be good rocking on Topo's team for special pose or anything like that. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I'll probably make a how to build for him. I need to take some time for it, though. I need to take some time. But let's go look at Gotenks. Go take a look at Gotenks and his base. Your leader skill. Special pose, key +4, 170, or youth, key +3, 170. So he's a 170 lead for both special pose and youth now at 170 fully. I think he was a hybrid 170, 130 before. Key +4 is nice. 12 key super attack, raises attack for 1 turn, and greatly raises defense for 3 turns. Okay, interesting. So that's the turn of, and then the next rotation that he pops up. Key +2, attack and defense 200, plus an additional attack +50 when performing a super. 50% chance to evade Wait, what? 50% chance to evade. 50% chance to perform an additional. Wow, okay. Plus an additional chance to evade enemies' attacks, including super attack, plus 10% with each attack evaded within the same turn. Ooh. Okay. Plus an additional defense +50 when performing a super for 1 turn from first appearance. That's random and weird. And then transformed when conditions are met. Fascinating and weird. I swear I saw a comment. Looking into the Gotenks again, I believe dodge chance in the JPTX is worded differently than transform Hirudegarn Ferguson, so it may just a one-time dodge upgrade rather than with each dodge. I mean, I could have told you that. So, for those that don't know, when you're seeing the text say plus an additional chance to evade enemies' attacks, including super attack, with each attack evaded, that dodge chance is separated from his natural 50% chance. They're 2 different procs. So it doesn't mean that once he dodges 1 attack, he has a 60% chance to dodge. No. It means that if he dodges 1 attack, he then has an additional chance to have a 10% chance to evade. So look at it this way. Pretend that his high chance to evade is a 50-cent coin. Okay? That's a 50% chance coin. So you flip the coin, it has a 50% chance to land on heads or tails, that being dodge or not dodge. Then, after he had dodged that attack, the next attack that comes in, you're going to go grab a dime. You're going to grab a dime that has a 10% chance to land heads or tails. If it lands heads and means you can dodge with it, then you'll dodge with it. So, I mean, that's kind of the way it'll work. It's not a 60% up to freaking whatever, how many times he dodges. It's just an additional proccing chance to dodge. So it's not that great as much as you might think it is. It's not the same. But anyways, let's go look at Super Saiyan Gotenks. He still raises attack on 12 key, but now he greatly raises defense for 4 turns. So the interesting thing about 4 turns, that opens the possibility to floating Gotenks. So with 3 turn stacking, you have the turn of, and then the next turn that he shows up, and then that stack disappears afterwards. With 4 turns, that means that you can throw him into Saw 3, float him off, and by the time he comes back around onto his next rotation, he'll still have that attack buff, which is great. That's fantastic. So that's great. I like the opening of that option there. And he does have a 50% chance to stun, which is cool. Key +2, attack and defense 250, plus an additional attack +50, high chance of additional attack +50, 30% chance to perform a crit. Okay, there we go. We got some crit in there when performing a super attack. Okay. 70% chance to perform an additional. Nice. Okay. Still has 50% chance to evade. Additional chance to evade plus 20% instead of 10%. And then from the 4th turn onwards, high chance to recover 30% HP at the start of the turn. That's weird. That could be clutch, but very weird. Okay. Okay. So he's now got a little bit of a crit built into him. Fascinating. Okay. We'll look at Gotenks now. Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. Greatly raises attack and defense for 4 turns. You can now freely float him off and he'll still have his stacks. Key +3, attack and defense 300. Additional attack +100 and 50% chance to perform a crit when performing a super. So, just with that right there in mind, I would honestly say you don't need to... I don't think you would need to really give him any crit. Now that I'm trying to think about it, and yeah, I mean, I don't see why you would need to give him crit at all. I mean, the transfer, the base state and the Super Saiyan state, you're not aiming for damage. You're just not aiming for damage. It's not the goal. You might as well just kind of wait it out until he transforms. Kind of like with Topo. You just want to wait it out till he transforms. So I think the issue is that in order to transform into Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, you have to be at 70% HP or higher starting from the 4th turn. So no matter what, you will not see Gotenks until... Because here's the way it's going to work. If you get Gotenks turn 1, if you get Gotenks turn 1, then on his next appearance will be turn 3. He'll transform into Super Saiyan Gotenks. On his next appearance, he'll be on the 5th turn. So at that point, you can transform into Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks if your HP is higher than 70%. So turn 5 is the minimum that you could see Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. And that's if your HP is above 70% at the start of the turn. It has to be at the start of the turn. You can't just recover during the turn. So yeah, turn 5 or 7 would be the first time you would see that. As long as he's not your main damage dealer, as long as he's not your main tank, then I think you'll be fine. Because he has the 50% chance to dodge. So I mean, there is that to keep in mind. Yeah, he's not gonna be the leading horse. He's not gonna be, going the charge in the fight, unless you get really lucky with the dodging. So, I mean, yeah, that's fine. It's fine. Anyways, he does have perform an additional super, so no matter what, he's additional supering twice a turn. 70% chance to dodge, plus an additional chance to evade enemies' attacks, plus 20 with each super attack. Performs a crit on the first turn that he pops up. Wow. Wow. He's great. He's fantastic. It's hard to figure out how to build him. It's going to take me a while to really solidly tell you, should you go more for additional, should you go more for dodge. Because he's already got 70% chance to dodge, and then he's going to get another additional chance. Plus, he's already an intelligence unit, so he has a +5 in his hidden potential right off the get-go. Yeah, he's really good. I like him. I like this Gotenks a lot. I don't think that the AGL Gotenks is that amazing, but the intelligence Gotenks is pretty dope. I like him a lot. He's not saving Super Saiyan 3, though. Super Saiyan 3 is not saved because of him, unfortunately. I wish it was. But he just doesn't share enough links with like any of the Gokus. Like, he doesn't share a crazy amount of links. He's not saving the team. It's so late game Like, you're not pairing this guy with the super easy A for Super Saiyan 3 Goku. He's not necessarily a slot 1 unit, but he's not necessarily a slot 2 or 3 unit either. You could throw him into slot 1 if you want to just straight up take RNGesus on your side and hope he dodges. Yeah, that would probably be... Yeah, I got to really think about what I'm going to do with him. I'm glad that we have another Super Saiyan 3 option. I am. I'm really happy about it. I think as the year goes on, as we get more Super Saiyan 3 Easy A's, because there's going to be some more, and then some potentially new Super Saiyan 3 units, I think this guy will be solid and stay on the team. I look forward to using this guy in 2024. I think it's going to be fun. I think he's going to be great. I think he's going to be a lot of fun. Let me know what you guys think about Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks and his Easy A, and the AGL Gotenks. What do you think? Let me know down below. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Have a good day and a good night.